Hey guys, so today you and I are going to talk about different types of degrees. So let's get into it. So the question in question was, Frederick, what would you say about getting a bachelor's degree in software development or cloud computing instead of traditional computer science? Well, I wrote back to the subscriber and I said any of these will do as long as you can trust that the skills that you acquire from the degree is going to give you the right education, or rather that you're going to get the right skills. That's my point. You see, the thing is that it doesn't super matter that you have specifically a computer science degree. In some cases you might meet someone who is very like in a job interview that really focuses on the computer science degree because they don't really know any better. But I mean, if you have a bachelor's degree in software development or one in computer science, I mean, we're talking about the same thing here basically. It's just different focus areas. And I would say, even going one further, and I would say that in some cases it might be so ambiguous which one of these two you're dealing with that is, for practical purposes, no, there's no difference. I would like to think that software development, if you have a degree in that, that's going to include more hands-on practical experience than computer science. But that's hopefully you can understand that, guys. The reason why specifically computer science is of interest to employers in the IT world is because it is the thing that is closest to the thing that you're going to do in the actual real world, or it has been. It's like, you have to understand that the education system is usually a little bit behind the times. Today there are, I would say, many types of curriculums that we could work on that isn't as that are actually more, they're more relevant than a computer science degree. Computer science is great, guys. You're going to learn a lot of stuff from it, but not everything in computer science is going to be very useful to you. In software development, I do hope that they're better at identifying the practical skills as well as the theory, because the practical skills are actually the thing that you're going to get paid for. The theory is very useful and you need to know about it because you can't really write good software without having an understanding of them. But at the end of the day, if your computer science degree includes a lot of mathematics and physics and like other sorts of content, it's not really relevant. It's not working towards your software development skills. The one thing that I reacted to though was like cloud computing. The problem here is, as I stated earlier, you have to be sure that the courses themselves are going to include the theory that is relevant to a programmer, which is usually data structures, object-oriented programming, and architecture, and things of this nature. And then you should also have hands-on experience that with actual coding exercises, actually doing these things. But when you say cloud computing, well, what does that mean? Cloud computing can be a lot of things. I mean, I could say that like a solution architect or someone who is really knowledgeable about, well, the different cloud providers and their platforms. Well, these are people who have a cloud computing degree, for example. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but cloud computing could mean a lot of things. It doesn't really have to necessarily be about software development. And although that will make you many different types of things, we could slap many labels on someone who's a real master of different big data, or of Amazon or Azure or Google Cloud or so forth. So although like it is useful, it's not going to make you a software developer. That's what I'm trying to tell you, because a software developer has a very, it's very well defined, at least from my perspective, what the primary focus of what a software developer is about, and it's about application development. Cloud, knowing about cloud solutions and so forth is absolutely useful, but without the actual software skills and all the stuff that comes with that, you can't really claim that you're ready to take on a software development job. So what I want you to take away from this is that I definitely think that if you can find a degree that is not computer science but like software development or things like that, go for it. I mean, even cloud computing can be useful. I mean, if cloud computing in this scenario does actually include a lot of coding and then a lot of operations, well, then you're basically becoming a DevOps engineer or something of that nature. The only thing that really matters is if you get the skills that you need in order to make it in the industry. And those skills are practically always going to be, you need to know the theory of software engineering and like everything about data structures and understanding O notations and so forth, although that's not 100% always that relevant, but you're going to have to need to learn about it. Object-oriented programming is very useful. You need hands-on experience with actually building projects and so forth, and you need to know about different things like databases and like what the UI is about and how a server works and HTTP and networking and different data transfer protocols like or data formats such as JSON, XML, etc., etc. All of these things, if they are included in the education, it doesn't really matter if it's computer science or software development or cloud computing, because at the end of the day, you are getting the skills that you need to survive. Have a great day.